The early 80s were a particularly frightening time because many of our friends were getting sick and nobody knew at that time what they were getting sick of or sick from. And eventually, we all learned it was AIDS, but it was a terrifying time. I mean, it was terrifying throughout the 80s and 90s with HIV and AIDS, but certainly at the beginning, not knowing what was going on. And Pierre and I were friends for, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years. His lover was Patrick, and Patrick was very close friends with my roommate, Robin. So that was the connection. So we all sort of got to know each other. And Patrick was this Texan boy with a real swagger. And Pierre was this little Puerto Rican queen that was as Nelly as could be. But Pierre got sick and got sicker and sicker. And there was nothing to give him to make him better. He was very fortunate in that he was in St. Vincent's. He had a doctor and nurses and caregivers who understood and didn't shun him like so many of our friends found that people wouldn't even bring dinners into them. Pierre was in a very loving environment. He had great people taking care of him. And the one thing he wanted to do before he died was he wanted to dress up in a corset, and he had this beautiful set of red jewelry that Larry Verba had made for him, and he just wanted to dress up with long nails, and the nurses dressed him up. Went up there, and he was, he was dying, but he was so alive in the moment. It was it's hard to say that it was beautiful knowing that he was going to die, but it was just a moment of, he was just so happy to be there and to be all dressed up as this grand queen. And be honest, he was sort of a pathological liar type of a person where he always told stories that were never true. So we always just sat there and loved everything that he said. So he just sat there and held court in his corset and his nails and his beautiful red jewelry. It was just beautiful. It was sad that he died, but it was beautiful in the sense that he died knowing he was loved and well cared for, and he died with a smile on his face. And so many of our friends didn't. But that was my first encounter. Just one of those moments you'll never forget in life. Grateful that he was able to die with dignity. So many people didn't.